Thanks guys and girls for joining me here on video 2 for learning more about what it takes to get started for owning your own finance company. The sheer fact that you started watching this second video proves that you're ready for a positive change in your life and your career. If you didn't watch video 1, make sure you go back and watch it, as I talk quite a bit about the lucrative commissions you can earn as a business loan broker, the need in the marketplace for business loan brokers, the low startup cost for this type of business, and who the business will be a perfect fit for. I also told you the main 3 components of learning the business: how to find deals, how to package a deal to present to the banks, knowing what banks to present to for a final approval. Before I get started on the best way to find deals to broker, I wanted to show you 2 things. I wanted to let you know that I'm holding the first copy of my book, Business Loan Brokering 101, the #1 business loan brokering startup guide, that is now available on Amazon. I have it on Amazon for $39, but if you stick around, I'll have a special offer to receive the book as a download at the end of this video. This book allowed me to share all the inner workings of starting and owning a finance company. It covers all the how-tos of the 3 main things you need to do as a business loan broker: find deals, package them, then send them to the correct funding source. So stay tuned until the end. I'll be offering up a way for you to get my book, which is an all-encompassing approach to the business that will most likely change your life. The second thing I wanted to show you are the types of emails you will get once you started as a business loan broker. This will require me to do some video magic and take you on the screen of my computer. Hey guys, I'm back. I worked my video magic and I'm here on my computer screen, and the one reason I wanted to hijack that video for finding deals very quickly was to let you know that each day or weekly you'll receive quite a few emails from funding sources that are trying to earn your business. And this is one that I just received today, and it was kind of intriguing to me, and I thought it'd be worth sharing with you guys, my tribe out there. So as I was reading down through this, the one thing that I noticed, it says last year BizLoanConsultants.com closed an $18.5 million commercial construction loan. Let me see if I can blow my screen up here. The broker who used C Loans earned a $92,500 commission. So the reason I thought it was worthwhile bringing up to you is just to show you what kind of money you can make. I'm not saying that all your deals are going to be this way. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you that they're not. And please read my earnings disclaimer. But it does show you that there's a big market for funding sources to try to earn your business as a business loan broker. And the fees that you earn are really tremendous. Now, beyond that, something else that I ran across this week, and I'm going to take you that, I had an email sent from these guys, and these guys actually teach you how to become a business loan broker. Now, that's what I'm doing here as well. So it's kind of odd for me to take you on one of my competitor sites, but I don't know. If you want to do this, it sounds like it's a pretty solid company, but here's where it's kind of interesting to me. Why I want it. They're charging $65,000 to teach you to become a business loan broker, and I don't know. I don't know what they're doing at $65,000. I think that you do fly out. I believe it's somewhere in New York. It looks like they have 6 spots available from May 23rd to May 29th of this year. And I believe this Elite Platinum program, they also provide you with leads, weekly leads or monthly leads. And you'll have to read through it if you want to. I can send you a link to it. I'm not recommending the program. I'm just showing you what kind of business this can be. If they're able to charge $65,000 for a program that I'm teaching you right now, and it could be above and beyond. I can tell you that I was very successful in the business. It could be above and beyond what I'm showing you. But I think a lot of what they're doing here is providing a lead generation part of the business, so that you learn becoming a business loan broker, and then you wake up and each day there's leads in your inbox. So I'm not sure what the value is. I'm going to show you, when I go back to my video, how I used to get business. I think it's still a very solid way to get business. I spent the whole year of 2015 as a consultant for a startup. We were very successful in the way that I'm going to show you. I don't think you have to spend $65,000. If you do it, don't take mine as a recommendation, but get back to me and let me know how it was. I don't know that I could ever see fit to spend that kind of money on I did at one point in time spend $10,000 on training, and this was before the internet was as prominent with funding sources as it is today. This would have been in the early 2000s, where I had already started my business loan brokerage and I wanted to expand my funding sources. So I'm not, these training programs, even beyond mine, are good for you, and you're getting into a wonderful business. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you the way that I find business, and how you, after you get started and you do all your housekeeping, that you can start going out and finding deals the way I did it. Now here's a quick story related to how to find deals as a business loan broker. In January 2015, I started as a consultant for a new equipment finance brokerage out of Ohio. We were able to fund roughly $25 million in equipment leases by the end of 2015. The reason I think it's important to tell you this is because roughly $15 million of that business was generated through one relationship we were able to establish with a crane distributor. In fact, we became a very important asset to their business. This crane distributor informed us that one of their manufacturers called them in to see how and why they were selling more than most of their other equipment dealers. And the response was because they partner with us and we were providing finance programs that made sense to many of the rental companies they sold to. My point is because we were able to establish this one relationship, we were introduced into possibly 15 or 20 large crane deals in just 1 year. We didn't win them all, but it made our sales pipeline much more robust and contributed to much of our first year success. In this video, I want to cover the easiest way to build a business as a business loan broker. It is the way I built my business and uses what I call an annuity approach to the business. Before I get started, I wanted to let you know that there are many ways to find deals and many ways to market your business beyond this approach I'm going to teach you today. If you have a talent or flair for any marketing that I do not talk about here, you should try it. The reason I teach this approach is because this is what worked best for me. This doesn't mean it's the only way. Okay, let's say it's day 2 or day 3 for your new start as a business loan broker. You have your office all set up, a name for your business, a logo, and many of the housekeeping items you needed to get done to get started. You now need to go start finding businesses to fund and fill your pipeline. The beauty of the business is there is always a need in the marketplace for equipment financing or commercial real estate financing. Just on my way to work, I started looking at opportunities that might be available to me as a business loan broker. I passed an auto body shop, and there's a good chance they could use either an updated frame machine or a paint booth. I passed a volunteer fire hall. There's a good chance they want a new fire truck. I passed multiple apartment buildings, all financed or looking to get refinanced. I actually passed a country club that I refinanced about 10 years ago for about $1.7 million. And while I didn't charge them my normal 1% fee, I did let them waive my membership fees for 2 years in lieu of what would have been a $17,000 fee. Now you might think that I'm going to recommend going door to door or canvas for business to these various businesses, but I do not recommend this. In fact, the way you should build a solid business as a business loan broker is to multiply all your efforts, 10, 20, even 100-fold, through what I call an annuity approach to the business. You don't want to call on the body shop to see if he wants to finance a new paint booth, but you do want to find out who is selling the paint booths in your area, and that is who you want to create a relationship with. Set up a lunch or a dinner. Take him or her out to play golf. Go to a sporting event with them. Make sure that you are their go-to guy or girl when they have a customer who wants financing. Let them know that by the sheer fact of offering finance as an option on every deal, they will sell more equipment or will be better positioned to beat their competition in deals by offering financing. In time, strike up relationships with their sales manager. See if you can get all the salespeople in their dealership or distributorship to refer business to you. Your ability to become known as their finance partner is easier than you think. In the commercial real estate markets, call on commercial real estate salespeople who can send you 2 or 3 deals a year or more. Their entire success depends on their customers' ability to get financing. You can also call on property managers who interface with real estate investors and who have relationships with investors that they manage daily. They can introduce you to many investors who need financing for apartment buildings or strip malls or office buildings or other types of commercial real estate. Start scheduling lunches with local commercial bankers. They will become a great source for turning over leads when their bank declines credit for one of their customers. You can in turn fund some deals through them to make it a win-win situation for bankers who refer business to you. In the real world, it's very common to find deals quickly when you're first introduced to these various lead sources. When you're having lunch with an equipment salesperson, it is common for them to say something like, "Oh yeah, I'm working on a deal right now for a guy who wants to finance a backhoe or computer equipment. Let me check with him and see where he is with it." Sometimes 2 or 3 deals will come to mind. This is very common occurrence as a business loan broker. When you build a network of lead sources, the business becomes much easier. You can see what kind of business you can build very easily by doing the metrics. Let's say you have relationships with 2 or 3 commercial real estate agents who send you 3 deals a year each. The average small commercial real estate deal is $1.6 million according to the National Association of Realtors. You will almost always earn a 1% fee on these deals. So 3 real estate salespeople sending you 3 deals each year and earning 1% on an average funding of $1.6 million, you can see that the fees add up quickly with this annuity approach to the business. In our example, if you funded all 9 deals at 1% and with an average ticket of $1.6 million, your fees for those 3 relationships will amount to $144,000 in annual earnings. And that is with establishing relationships with only 3 salespeople. Let's say your average paint booth sales guy sends you 3 deals a year for $50,000 each. And you're able to earn 5 points on each deal, which isn't unusual in small ticket equipment finance transaction. That one relationship could earn you $7,500 over a year. The beautiful thing about it is that for most deals under $75,000, all you're doing is getting a credit application and forwarding it on to one of your many bank relationships. Really, there's no work involved. But packaging a deal is covered in one of the next videos, and I don't want to get ahead of myself. My point is that the business becomes easy when you establish relationships with the correct salespeople. The more relationships you have, the more money you make. As proof of my concept, remember my story about the crane dealership. One relationship alone provided a very large part of our overall success in our first year. The impact you can have on an equipment dealership or a commercial real estate salesperson in increasing his or her business is dramatic if you establish these relationships. After a few weeks or months of creating these relationships, you should start receiving phone calls and getting emails alerting you to deals on their radar or that they need a finance proposal on. This is the best way to establish a solid foundation in this business. So as mentioned earlier, in this video, you can do other types of marketing in this business, but there's a tried and true technique for owning a successful finance company. You can use some of the newer online tactics to connect to more of these important strategic partners, but it should be your goal from day one as it will provide awesome rewards. Now let's say you spend a couple of days and meet with a few salespeople and your first deal comes in. You'll need to know how to interface and what questions you'll need to ask the customer who is referred to you. This is what I'm going to cover in the next video. Basically, what to do when you find a deal, how to package it for your funding source. Make sure you check it out. If you have any questions about what I covered today, please leave a comment below and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. Oh, and by the way, this is going to change your life. Just stick with it and make sure you watch the next video. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm sorry, I almost forgot. I told you that I was going to give you a special offer on this book that I just published on Amazon, Business Loan Brokering 101, the #1 business loan brokering startup guide. I've been kicking around a lot of different ideas, as I told you earlier in the video. And by the way, thank you for watching that video. I think you're on your way into a new, exciting life of business loan brokering. As mentioned throughout most of my materials, it is the lowest cost business that I ever started and actually had the highest returns. And I started a number of businesses. But as far as a special offer, I was kicking around a lot of different ideas. As mentioned, it's available on Amazon for $39. But to kick the offer off, I was thinking of a number of different things. I was thinking of maybe doing it half price, and then I was thinking maybe even go down to $9.99. But what I want to do, just to get some traction with the book, is anyone who puts in their name and email down below, I'm going to give a free copy through the month of May 2016 and give you a free copy of it. So it's a $39 value right off the bat. The only thing that I ask you in return is that you leave a comment or ask me a question, or just let me know what you think of the book. That's kind of what my payment is for writing the book and kind of turning you on to this new exciting business. So that's all I ask. So through the month of May 2016, you can download the book by entering your email and your name below, absolutely free. So I appreciate it.